Howdy,
Hey
y'all!
Pods. You might be wondering why we're not doing a normal episode and why we're back in Glimmer.
Because we just can't get enough of Glimmer.
We're defeating all the enemies because we want to power this up, and we have climbing now, so we bought it, so let's make some use out of climbing, don't you think so?
I like how you still don't actually do much climbing, you just jump off the wall.
Because, I didn't want to pay for climbing, but it does. Well, what if we combine two power-ups? Super flight and climbing.
Oh.
So apparently, if you super fly and fly into a ladder and climb up, you can climb out of bounds.
You can climb the air molecules with your exceptionally sharp dragon claws.
But there's some restrictions, like you get stuck to a wall if there's a wall.
Oh.
But if there's no wall, you always go forward when you're doing it. But you can still go left, right, up, and down in a 2D plane.
So you can still Spider-Man.
So you can still do lots of weird things. So now we can it actually, because it thinks we're on a ladder, we can actually go around a surface.
Now it's like we're playing Uncharted, where we're doing all kinds of climbing instead of flying.
Yeah, and the things are yellow too, like in an Uncharted game,
Follow
so climbable surfaces.
Follow the path, rather.
So in order to, our goal is to get outside and then see what we can do, right?
Yes.
So luckily it doesn't actually loop us around that corner. That corner's too tight, so that means we go free, and because we go free, we actually can get through this doorway. Otherwise, it would have been much harder.
Oh. Get low. It's limbo time, Spyro.
And now we just have to go forward, so we kind of have to do the jiggle.
Just imagine you're walking down
really,
a hallway,
really
trying to go mine some gems, and you see this floating down the hall of you.
Yeah. So let's speed things up because it takes a while.
Thanks, Zoe.
And now we're outside, and well, it still thinks we're on the ladder, even though we're in thin air.
Man.
So it means we have infinite height possibilities, I suppose.
That means that the sky is no longer even the limit.
Yeah, the sky is not the limit.
The rocks aren't the
That's
limit.
right.
The sky isn't the limit. There's no limits.
So up we go,
We're going
climb to
the sphere
heaven.
zone.
Stairway to heaven. Play it. DMCA. Sorry, everybody.
Extremely DMCA.
Well, the moon is there. Let's see how high up we can get.
So pretty.
Well, we can go up infinitely, pretty much, because there is no end.
Oh, okay.
But eventually we get into into the skybox, and there's the difference becomes very little.
Yeah.
But we can
What's that weird
can see all
hexagon to the
of
left?
Glimmer. All of Glimmer very prettily laid out. You can see that they modeled quite a broad background,
Yeah.
I suppose.
They didn't fill it in much, which is understandable, but they made a pretty excellent backdrop.
And, I'm going back to the spot in the very first episode where we broke Spyro 2, right? This is this spot right here where we double jumped up there, and now we can get up there through here. That's kind of fun.
Kind of. You can't land there, but you can be there.
Yeah, you can't land there, unfortunately, so you go back into bounds.
I bet that felt good to be out of bounds properly for the first time in a while.
For sure.
So liberating.
So this works on any ladder where super flight is available, and there are actually some combinations. It's not just Glimmer. But we'll get to that. Those are later levels.
So you can feel relieved that at least buying climbing, which I know you didn't want to do, at least lets you break the rest of reality a little bit.
Exactly.
A salve for your wounds. A salve.
Yeah, and we got the top view, and now we got the bottom view.
This feels like
Also
old
nice.
times right here. Except for God rays.
Yeah, we're gonna ascend, I suppose.
Ascend to stone. Forgo Dragon Society, become stone.
Yeah, because we remember the orb zone from the homeworld.
Yeah.
Well, there's no other skyboxes in the level, so even if we break the skybox, we're still stuck in this this state.
Gentle
so there's
Sakura
no orbs.
dimension.
Yeah, there's no orbs here in Glimmer, but that's fine. We still broke it.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. Bye bye, everyone.
See you later.